Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel for another video. Today we're just going to prepare for the upcoming trading week for the NASDAQ from the week of 2/17 or February 17th through February 21st. So let's just jump right into it. You can see down here I have the steps to prepare for a trading week. These are the essential steps I listed out in a previous video, and I kind of talked about why you need to at least do these steps to prepare for the upcoming week to get your mind right and be focused and ready to have a successful trading week. So we're just going to go through these steps again and just prepare for the upcoming week and see what's different and how we can utilize these steps for this coming week. So let's just start out with the first one, reflect and review for the last week. So for me personally, for the last week, it was actually a decent week. It could have been a better week, but it was actually a solid week. I am refining how I'm currently trading, and I found decent results last week. I did take too many trades for my liking, but I'll get a little more into that in a few seconds. I went, I think, 8 for 15. I'm looking at 8 for 15. So it's not the highest winning percentage, but it's still pretty profitable. It's still over 50% profit or winning percentage, I should say. And I did net a little over 8%, almost like 8.5% for the week. So it's a pretty solid week. So it was profitable. I can take that as a winning week. It was a solid week. But this week, that was too many trades for my liking. I don't think that I should be taking 15 trades in a week. I think I should take more like 8 to 10. I think 15 is a lot for a week. So looking at it, this leads us into step 2, back to some to fine tune your strategy, your trading plan. So now that I'm currently refining my strategy, I wanted to basically find a way to limit the amount of trades I took. I wanted to focus on quality over quantity because I just don't want to keep taking trades and trying to just diminish my returns. If I get 2 quality setups a day and that's it, I'll take it over getting 4 setups a day and losing 2 and winning 2 as opposed to just winning 2 and that's it. So I'm looking at that, and I did already do my back testing. I'm not going to do it in this video because I don't want the video to be too long. So just looking at it, I did back test, and I am adding, and the fine-tuning versions, I'm adding another confluence to how I'm going to trade this week. So that should limit and force me to have some more patience with the setups. So it should make me take less trades this week. Maybe I'll take like 4 or 5 trades this week, especially since it's a shorter week. We'll get into that as well. So hopefully I have better results. Hopefully I'm like 4 or 5 or like 5 or 7 or 5 of 8 this week, but we'll see what happens. Keep you guys updated. That leads to step 3 for this, for preparing for the trading week. So we want to check our news on economic calendar. So I'll just pull up the news here. Also, it is tomorrow. It's not showing on here right now, but tomorrow is President's Day, so it is going to be a federal holiday. So we'll be a little. It may be slower, but it also might not be. For some reason, the NASDAQ actually pushes on federal holidays, so I'll be at least analyzing tomorrow. I probably won't take a trade unless it's like an absolute perfect setup. So yeah, it's not showing here, but tomorrow is President's Day, so I guess it might be a normal trading day. So I'll just analyze and see if I get an ideal setup or not. We'll see. I'm not going to try to force a trade there. So we see it's pretty light news for the most part. Nothing really on Tuesday, just one event. The heavy part here on Wednesday is the FOMC minutes. Get a little bit of news on Thursday, but this is all pre-market stuff, so it shouldn't affect the actual trading day too much. Might give you like a spike up and then come retrace back down into some type of imbalances left from the news, but we'll see what happens there. And Friday is a little heavier with actual New York AM session news. That's going to affect the actual trading day a little bit, so we'll just be cautious for Friday and definitely Wednesday with the FOMC minutes here. So other than that, it should be a pretty straightforward trading week, especially on Tuesday and Thursday. So we'll see what happens. And that covers step 3 for us. So step 4 would be to analyze the higher time frames. So I personally use the 15-minute as my higher time frame on a normal day-to-day trading basis, and the 1 minute for my entry time frame. So what I'm doing now is I'm looking at the daily time frame, which is the higher time frame that I usually trade. I just want to understand what price is going overall, and I do have these 2 trades marked up because I do understand and want price, or looking for price to push higher into these areas. And as you can see, it's pretty much on its way. It's already about halfway to this area to take profit, or this trade's take profit. But I'm not actually in these trades. I'm just like understanding where price is going and how it's headed. And if you saw, these are from the previous video, previous trading week breakdown I did. I said I wanted price to probably push up and either sweep this liquidity here or this liquidity here. So that's what just happened this past week. We saw that, of course, it pushed down. I think I mentioned it as well in my other video. That price is going to push down and sweep some more liquidity in this area and then go back up, or sweep this low here and then go back up as well. So I think it was 2 weeks ago. So sweat this liquidity here, mitigated some imbalance in some order blocks here, and then push back up. So It did go through there. So looking at the higher time frame, just understand where you want price to go, where you think price is going to go, and just understand with your lower time frame analysis how it can have confluence with that. So looking at this week, I'm looking at it for one to sweep above this high here. It's not fully swept this high yet. Of course, I think it's going to push a little higher probably in the next few minutes or hour or so. So looking forward to sweep that there. Not sure why it's not showing. Maybe it's just the time frame difference, but try to draw it again. There we go. Looking forward to sweep this here, and I'm looking for it to, if it doesn't sweep here first, I'm looking for it to come back and at least fill this imbalance here. Hopefully within the next day, but it doesn't have to. We'll see what happens. Whoops, let me go back. Not sure why it's not showing up in the first time. So yeah, hopefully we'll see it push down back into this area, retrace here, and give us some solid trades on either Monday or Tuesday morning. So we'll see if it leaves any imbalance here or pushes back up, then comes back here by tomorrow morning or not. We'll see what happens. So I'm looking for it to push back into this area, this leftover imbalance, or potentially mitigate some of these order blocks left in this area, especially in the lower time frame, or any type of demand that's even lower than this area. So what we could see potentially from, especially with this heavy impact news like FOMC on Wednesday, we might just see price push up, sweep some liquidity here, or we might see, once it gets to Wednesday, it might just push down, sweep this like liquidity here and here. So it might just push down and get a crazy wick and then push back up and start heading up towards these targets here for this trade and this trade. So we'll see. It could just consolidate Monday, Tuesday, be a slow week, or just push it a little bit, sweep this liquidity, then start to retrace back down. Then once it gets to Wednesday, it could just sweep here, get this liquidity down, even maybe this liquidity here, then start to go back to the upside. It could be a wick. It could not be a wick. It could just go and push. Depending on the news, it could just push all the way back up, give us a lot of momentum to keep pushing up and break out of this zone finally. So we'll just have to see what happens. I'm mostly just looking for it to retrace back into this imbalance here sometime during the week, probably early in the week, but we'll see what happens. I'm not going to try to force it. I'm going to set an alert here as it's part of the, at least step 7, I would say 7 or 8, just trying to build your weekly watch list. I'll set an alert here, and we'll wait for price to get back to this area, and then we'll look to take some buys there. If it leaves some imbalance here and breaks above this liquidity, I would probably set an imbalance or an alert there as well, but we'll let this day play out. Let's see if it fills this imbalance or this candle range, or if it pushes back here and retraces back here to this area. I'll let it play out. So that covers step 4 for us, and step 5 will be write your weekly goals. So I've already written mine down. My main weekly goal is just to continue with my refinement and just continue working with that. I want to limit the amount of trades I take this week mostly. So that's mostly my main goal. I don't want to take more than 10 trades this week, because I feel like when I start taking too many, it could just start to just diminish our returns as opposed to being up and just having more percent return. I think I netted 8.5, something like that percent last week, but I think probably at the highest peak I was probably around 11 to 12%. So I feel like you're just taking those extra trades just trying to diminish me a little bit. So I want to focus on taking more quality setups with extra confluences. So that'll limit me into my trades hopefully, and just have more patience with them. So that's my main goal for the week. I always recommend, of course, writing your weekly goal out, because you want to make sure you're getting some type of percent better, like 1% better a day, or just like 2% better a week, something like that. You want to make sure you're focusing on something and getting better each day or each week. And number 6, writing out your affirmations. That's always a good step, because you want to make sure you're just getting your mindset right for the week and just preparing correctly. So I already have some up here, like I am a consistent and profitable trader. I have faith and desire in my trading ability. I am a disciplined trader who follows my system fully. So those are just 3 easy ones that you can, that I have, and you can make up your own and just keep them on your chart, or you can just write them down and do like a whole page full of affirmations to get your mind right for the week. Or you can just have them like a sticky note on your laptop or computer and just have it there for you to view. Or you can just continuously say them to yourself throughout the day and just get your mindset right for the upcoming week. You don't want to start the week off with a negative mindset or being down on yourself or your ability. So that's how you get your mind right and prepare for that, and that'll cover step 6 for us. And 7, that's just building your weekly watch list. If you trade more than one pair, you just want to understand on a higher time frame or lower time frame where each trade you think is what anticipate what's going to happen, basically. So like I'm anticipating it to come here, so I set my alert here and got that ready. I only trade this pair, so that's the only alert for now I need to really worry about. I'm looking for it to sweep this as well, so I could potentially set an alert here, but I'm mostly just going to look for this pullback and try to take a buy move to make it go higher to this take profit here. So that also covered number 7 for me. I'm just looking at this alert here and looking for price to retrace sometime this week, at least for now. Maybe if it's in balance here, I'll set another alert here like I mentioned earlier, but we'll see. Just right here for now is the key level. And then my pre-trade checklist, I have reviewed that. I've just reviewed the steps and added more confluences to what I want to look for to take on a trade this week. So my checklist will include just one extra step or confluence before I take an entry this week. And I reviewed all those steps. So just looking for different things like order blocks, supply and demand zones, liquidity being swept, things like that, and leaving imbalance in the higher time frame. Then going down to lower time, I'm looking for those entry models and entries that I'm going to take. I don't think I'm going to try to take too many runners this week. I'm just going to try to set regular take profits and just try to secure the profit I can and not worry about anything reversing on me or anything like that. Just trying to maximize all the profit I can this week. Especially since I'm refining and just getting into a new way of trading, how I'm doing it. I'm basically just combining some old strategies we used to do, and now I'm just trying to utilize them and profit the most I can out of it. Just understand how I'm going to do bias and take profits and understand where price is heading more. So with that, I can go and wrap the video up here. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Check out some old content. A lot of this stuff relates to what we did today. I've done previous weekly breakdowns and previous reasons about why you need to do some of these essential steps, and check out some other breakdowns I've done. And I'll see you guys next video.